I have figured out that sitting on my couch and being a couch potato has made my body feel like I have bed sores even though I'm only 28. Whee! So, the solution? Get yourself one of these yoga balls. They're pretty awesome. So, today's video is going to be about radical acceptance. For example, even though today I'm being a couch potato and I'm just sitting on my couch doing nothing, I am radically accepting that that is who I'm going to be for the day. So, like, even though I don't like it, it's still something that trying to get my bearings on this ball. That's what she said. Anyways, so I radically accept that I'm being a couch potato and that it's my choice. You know, I don't feel like my mental illness is controlling me and making me feel depressed and lay around all day. It's like, well, I want to lay around all day. So now I feel more in control of myself and my decisions. So I know that laying around all day is going to cause me to not get anything done, but at least I've decided to not get anything done. And, might I add, I still have time to get stuff done. So, like, if I didn't radically accept, and this is like the issue with radical acceptance, if I didn't radically accept that I was being on the couch all day, and I kept trying to fight it, and I was like, I'm not a couch potato. I can lay on the couch as long as I want. Nobody's telling me what to do. I would have had that thought pattern keep going on and going on in my head, and I possibly just never would have gotten up. But the moment I told myself, you know what? I'm going to lay on the couch all day. This is me. This is what I'm going to do. I got up and I went to the kitchen and I made a smoothie. I bet I wish your man ate his smoothie like that. Okay, anyway, so, and I started doing something I enjoy, coloring, and I started watching something I enjoy. I'm watching a YouTube video on the evolution of humans, and now that I'm doing all this stuff, it makes me feel like I can go and be productive. I can go and clean my room, and I've got to go run some errands, and go to Walmart, and buy a present, and start looking at emails, and start writing a resume. It makes all those tasks less daunting, because I'm not sitting here hating myself. And you could argue that sitting here hating yourself is a form of avoidance. You know, if I sit around and hate myself all day, I'm still avoiding all the productive activities that I need to get done. And I feel like shit. So now I can feel like shit, but I chose to feel like shit. And that is radical acceptance. Congratulations, Tiffany. You now understand the DBT skill. So, if I want to work out, it's like, okay, I can do it. Oh my God! I feel so different after radically accepting things. I feel like I don't give a fuck what other people think about me. you know? So I suggest that you try it and see what happens. Like, what is something you don't like? So, like, for me, it would be drinking caffeine. You know, before I'd be like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this, but fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway. If I radically accept it, it's like, you know what? I'm drinking caffeine and I'm gonna accept the fuck. Ooh, you know what I got on my mind today, girl. I'm gonna accept the fact that it's gonna make me jittery, it's gonna make my heart race, I'm gonna feel nauseous, and I'm gonna have to take a shit in like 15 minutes. So when I do it, if I say I'm accepting this, then I better be accepting all that other stuff too. But the more I resist and refuse to let it go, the more miserable I stay. And remember, we made a decision, I think it was like 2 months ago. We made a decision that we're going to live and we're gonna try and change our bad behaviors. So if we're gonna do that, then I'm gonna have to start radically accepting some stuff. Also, I'm supposed to do my physical therapy exercises today. Oh, another thing that goes along with radical acceptance is willingness and willfulness. Willingness is doing just what is needed in each situation, wholeheartedly, without dragging your feet. Willingness is acting with awareness that you are connected to the universe, stars, people you like and don't like, the floor, etc., etc. Now, willfulness, this is the opposite of willingness, is what my depression has made me do. Which is, gosh darn it, I don't have the sheet for willfulness. So I'll just have to try and remember. So, willfulness is refusing to tolerate the moment, kind of like what I said, refusing to make changes that are needed, and it's giving up. So like last night, I ate 2 bags of candy. I was just being willful. I was just going along with what I've always done. Here's so funny. Willfulness is the opposite of doing what works. So I was doing the opposite of that. Eating candy doesn't work for me, but I do it willfully. Like a willful clown. Just, oh, is that pie? I know that pie has poison in it and it's gonna kill me, but I'll willfully eat it. Not willingly. Now think about if I would have said, I'll willingly eat that pie with poison in it. That sounds fucked up, doesn't it? I'm willingly going to fucking kill myself. No. I willfully kill myself. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, what we want to start doing is being more willing in our life. I'm willing to go to the gym because it's what's needed. Now, I don't want to go because my depression is saying, stay at home, eat the candy, sit and ruminate on how much life sucks, about how much everything bad is going to happen. Whereas the logical part of my brain that isn't part of the depression is saying, well, honey, I think you should go to the gym because it makes you feel good. And people who feel good do good things and inspire others to feel good about themselves. So that's my brain back and forth all day until one day that depression voice slowly gets quieter and quieter, and I can just do the willingness voice. I am willing to make breakfast every morning because it keeps me alive. Now, if I said I willfully make breakfast, I guess that doesn't sound too bad either. But anyways, so how do we get here? How do we get to the willingness? Well, we observe the willfulness, label it, and experience it. So that's kind of what I just did. I labeled the depression. I made a funny face, well, a scary face out of it. And I experienced it. Like last night, I ate the candy. Well, last night I was in willfulness mode and I wasn't experiencing it. I was just like a bulldozer, mindlessly. I'd say willfulness is mindlessness. You have no mind. You're just driven by pure depression, pure anxiety. And so the first step is to observe that. Number 2, radically accept that at this moment you feel, and maybe acting, because I was eating all the candy last night, willful. You cannot fight willfulness with willingness. So you just gotta observe it, accept that it's happening. Number 3, turn your mind towards acceptance. That's kind of where I was heading. Then, if you're trying to stop it, try smiling, a half smile. I know it sounds weird, but if I'm smiling, I don't want to do the bad behaviors that depression makes me do. Like I was almost going to be late yesterday and I smiled. Just a half smile. And then I didn't want to be late anymore. It's almost as if the half smile is telling my brain, why don't you try something else? And so I was like, I'm going to be on time. Now, when willfulness is immovable, ask what's the threat? So with the candy situation, I'm eating. What's the threat? Me not wanting to deal with my problems. The threat is my problem. Cleaning my room. Is that really a threat? Now think logically. Listen to the happy, logical voice. Is that really a threat? My brain is telling me it is. Well, not my brain. The depression is telling me it is. But if I ask myself, what's the threat? It forces me to think logically. What are you so afraid of that you need to be shoveling bags of candy down your throat? And the answer is cleaning my room. Now, when I say it out loud, it's like, is cleaning your room really a threat? I mean, there are fucking people who are like, have real threats. Like losing their job, their insurance, their family, their kids. That's a real threat. Cleaning my room? If I really think logically about it, it's not really a threat. It's more or less something that's gonna make me uncomfortable. And instead of feeling that 5 minutes of discomfort, I spend an hour walking to the store to get candy and eating it and sitting on the couch. Isn't that silly? Anyways, practice these things and let me know how they work out for you. Or maybe you don't have these problems and you can live your life by doing things that you need to do and you don't avoid them ever. And it's just me. So, love you.